Most of us were never taught how to handle money. Not properly. We were taught how to make money, how to pray for money, how to want money, but not how to manage it. So what happens? You get paid. You feel rich for about 3 days. Then anxiety slowly creeps back in. You start doing mental math in your head. Okay, if I pay rent, buy food, handle transport, maybe I'll still have something left. And somehow, you never do. Now here's the wild part. The Bible talks about money a lot. Not just blessings, but management. Not just miracles, but wisdom. And one of the clearest money blueprints in Scripture comes from Joseph. Not Solomon. Not Abraham. Joseph, a guy who went from betrayed, sold, enslaved, imprisoned, to managing the economy of an entire nation. And today, I want to show you 10 saving principles from Joseph that can absolutely transform how you see money, even if you're broke right now. Stay with me, because number 7 is the one most people completely ignore, and it's why they keep restarting financially. Let's go. Principle number 1. Saving is not a lack of faith, but it is an act of obedience. This is where we need to reset our thinking. Somewhere along the way, many of us picked up this belief that, if I save, I'm not trusting God. But Joseph destroys that idea instantly. Genesis chapter 41, verses 33 to 36. Joseph interprets Pharaoh's dream and says, "There will be 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of severe famine." And then Joseph says something powerful. He doesn't say, "Don't worry, God will handle it." He says, "Store food during the good years." Let that sink in. Joseph believed God. Joseph trusted God. Joseph heard God. And yet, he planned. Saving wasn't fear. Saving was obedience. Faith does not cancel responsibility. Faith gives responsibility direction. If saving meant you didn't trust God, Joseph would have been rebuked and not promoted. Practical step. Stop feeling guilty for wanting stability. God is not offended by preparation. Principle number 2. Good seasons are a test, but not a permanent state. Here's something nobody likes to talk about. The hardest time to be disciplined is when things are going well. Joseph understood this. Genesis chapter 41, verses 29 to 30. 7 good years were coming. Everything would grow. Food would be everywhere. But Joseph didn't get relaxed. Because abundance can make you careless. Think about the last time you had extra money. What did you do? Upgraded something. Ate out more. Bought things you didn't need. Nothing wrong with enjoying life. But Joseph teaches us balance. He prepared during abundance, not after it ended. When money increases, don't immediately increase expenses. Increase awareness. Ask, what season am I in? And how do I prepare for the next one? Principle number 3. Intentions don't save money, but systems do. Let's be real. Most people don't fail at saving because they're irresponsible. They fail because they rely on willpower. Joseph didn't rely on vibes or good intentions. Genesis chapter 41, verse 34. He appointed officials, built storehouses, measured and tracked grain. This was organized. Joseph had structure, accountability, systems, not motivation. Because motivation fades, systems stay. Create one system this week. Automatic savings transfer, separate savings account, fixed saving date. Make saving boring, and it will work. Principle number 4. Save first, not last. This one hurts, but it's necessary. Most people save what's left. Joseph saved what was set aside. Genesis chapter 41, verse 34. 1/5, 20%. Not random. Before luxury. Before excess. If saving is optional, it will always be postponed. Choose a percentage. Even if it's small. Saving late is still saving, but saving first is powerful. Principle number 5. Discipline feels painful now, but it prevents pain later. Let's pause here. Joseph's plan wasn't popular. Imagine being told to store food when food is everywhere. People probably complained. Some probably mocked him. But then, Genesis chapter 41, verse 54. The famine came, and suddenly, Joseph didn't look extreme. He looked wise. Saving may feel restrictive, but being broke feels worse. Trade short-term comfort for long-term peace. Principle number 6. Saving creates freedom, not limitation. This one changed how I view money. Because we think spending equals freedom. But Joseph shows us saving equals freedom. Genesis chapter 41, verses 40 to 41. Because Joseph was prepared, he was elevated. Saving gave him influence. When you save, you're not desperate. You're not forced. You have choices. See savings as future freedom deposits. Principle number 7. Emergency preparation is biblical wisdom. This is the one most people skip. They say, I'll handle emergencies when they come. Joseph didn't say that. Genesis chapter 41, verse 36. The stored grain was specifically for famine, not luxury. Survival. Emergencies include medical bills, job loss, family needs. Action step. Build an emergency fund slowly. Preparedness is not panic, it's wisdom. Principle number 8. Saving is stewardship, not hoarding. Joseph didn't store food forever. Genesis chapter 41, verse 56. When famine spread, he opened the storehouses. Saving had purpose. Save wisely. Release generously. Repeat responsibly. Action step. Give your savings a purpose. Purpose keeps you disciplined. Principle number 9. Money wisdom reveals spiritual maturity. This verse is powerful. Genesis chapter 41, verse 38. Pharaoh recognized God's spirit through Joseph's wisdom. Not his miracles, not his prayers, his wisdom. How you manage money reflects your inner life. Ask God for wisdom before increase. Principle number 10. Small discipline leads to massive impact. Joseph didn't become powerful overnight. Faithful habits. Consistent obedience. Genesis chapter 50, verse 20. God turned preparation into preservation. Your small savings today matter more than you think. Joseph teaches us. Saving is faith. Planning is obedience. Discipline is freedom. Preparation attracts favor. This is an ancient theory. It's a roadmap. If you're thinking, I wish I started earlier, listen carefully. Today is earlier than tomorrow. Start small. Stay consistent. Trust God and act wisely. Comment, Joseph wisdom. If you're committing to saving God's way.